Hi, so the next thing that we got asked to do a video for was how to properly mount your horse. So today I have rider Maddie and her horse Queenie to help demonstrate the proper way to mount. So the first thing we're going to discuss is obviously we want to make sure that your girth is snug enough. You want to be able to fit a snug 2 fingers under here. It shouldn't be so tight that it could cause some bruising for your horse or be extremely uncomfortable, but it should be snug enough that when you give your saddle a little tug, it doesn't really move back and forth easily across the back. And the other thing I want to point out is the position of the girth. It should be just behind the elbow. Your horse's elbow is right here, so it should nestle just behind that. If your saddle has moved as you brought your horse to the arena and it's back here, you need to undo the girth and move everything forward. Another thing I like to see, which she has this done pretty perfectly, I like to see a little bit of air up underneath. If you can give your horse any ventilation, then I definitely would. And that can happen just by tugging up as you tack up. You want to tug up on that saddle pad under the gullet of your saddle to help provide some ventilation, especially in Georgia. That means a lot to the horses. And then now we're going to demonstrate, so before you get on, obviously, it's a lot easier to make sure that your stirrups are the correct length for you before you get on than it is to do after you've already mounted. So she's going to pull her stirrup down and she's going to place her hand up underneath the skirt of the saddle, and she's going to put the tallest finger, the middle finger, up on that buckle, and then she should bring her irons back, and they should come right up under her armpit, and that'll be the perfect length, and then she'll know that that's the right length for her leg. Most people, their body's proportionate and that works. If you find that you're not as proportionate legs to arms, then you might have to just discover what's better for you, either a hole up, higher, or lower than that position. So we're gonna go ahead and mount. Queenie's being very good standing still for us during this video. So Maddie's gonna place her right hand on the back of the saddle on the cantle, and her left hand she's gonna place, you can either put it on the pommel of the saddle, the front of the saddle, or you can do as she's doing and gently grab some mane. The important thing as you get on is just to make sure that you're not applying your weight too harshly one direction or the other. So then we want to make sure we put our left foot in and turn it slightly so that we're not digging our toe or our foot into our horse's shoulder or their elbow. So then she's going to gently rise up and swing her leg over as she adjusts her right hand around to the front of the tack and gently sit down nice and tall. Some riders, if you have a really senior horse or a horse just extremely sore backed, one thing that you can do to make the process even more gentle is just hop right into a light seat position as soon as you get on, and not set yourself down completely into the full seat of the tack until they've walked forward a little bit. So that's the safest way to mount. Want to make sure, important tips, you want to make sure that you set yourself down in the tack gently and you're not harshly just throwing yourself over. I've seen a lot of riders just get on really hastily, especially with a horse that doesn't stand still at the mounting block very well. But the best thing is really to just use patience and give that horse an extra second if it needs it, because it's important just to stay gentle on their backs. So that is how we mount here. That's how I would like you to do it. So if you have any questions, just feel free to comment.